Sorry, whistle crew, I thought you was out there. Fuck you, get out of my face, get out of my world, don't kill me, stay and I'm just out of my face, I leave my face and do my own thing. I know you know what I mean, you shouldn't have me, I know you feel it. I know the weather is fine, I'm telling you, don't stop, you sit out there. Move like a fire, but I'm gonna wanna burn with it, don't touch it. You'll be the way to the mess, that's what I really appreciate it. I don't wanna explain myself, cause I'm my own man, I'll do what I want, do what I want, live what I want, make who I want, fuck who I want. You ready? You ready? Welcome back, guys. Now this video is for my OP 2x1 bass, and the reason why I'm making this bass design is because it is so OP, and the reasons it is so OP is because it's hard to raid, which I'll show you in a minute. It's got great storage, it's expandable, and yeah, this is just a great design. It's probably one of my favorites. So if I get straight into it, and I'll show you how to build it and show you all its features. So what you do is you start off with a 2x1, and then what we do is we pull that up as quickly as we can. Chuck a roof on it. So you got your twig 2x1, and then what you want to do straight after that is go and chuck 2 triangle foundations out the front, and you want to put another doorway there, and on this one put 2 doorways. Okay, and then quickly get this sealed up as quick as you can. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it in wood, actually, because I'm showing you that even if you start on any type of server, you can make this bass in wood to start with, and it will still work until you can afford to obviously upgrade it to metal doors and stone walls and stuff. So this is my point exactly. There we go on this one. There we are. Right, and I'll chuck some wood doors on here. So I want these airlock doors to open inwards. And chuck some locks on here. Boom. Next up, these doors, you want this one to open inwards as well. On that. And then this one here you want to open outwards like so. And I'll show you that reason in a minute. So we've got our wood doors on. Next thing we'd want to do then is obviously you want to get your TC down. So my placement is TC over in, you want to take your time on this one. It's over in this corner here facing you. Right, you want to get that tucked away in the corner like so. Pop your lock on it, and now you've secured your base. Okay, and then what we do after that is, as soon as you've got your TC down, you go outside, because this base can be raided pretty easily because it's just wood at the minute. And what you do is you go and pop 2 triangle foundations down here. Then you go and select a roof, and if you stand like this, you should, there we go, see it, there it is, able to pop the roof going in that direction like that. So you place that roof down. Then what you want to go ahead and do is stone these 3 up. Just put down, stone these up. Stone. There we go. Now what this means is if someone wants to eoka you, raid you really early on or whatever, they'll blow through this door, and they will blow through this door, but they can't get into your base. Only you, who has access to this door, can stand here, walk backwards and open this door, and it will push you through. And vice versa, if you want to get out your base, you open this door and hold back. Now I didn't come up with this design, I seen it from a YouTuber called DRIZZA. so I'm not going to take any credit for this, but I seen it and thought it was amazing. I thought I'd make my own version. So I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down in the description, because I can't take credit for that. I don't know where he got it from, but it's amazing. I love it. So what we can do then is I will just give you a quick cost of what it would take you to get this set up. Oh, my bad there. Now, if you've seen that when I opened that door then, it pushed me out. The trick around that is sometimes just close this door, then open it, and it won't push you back out. So that's just something to bear in mind. And the cost for this, there we go. So it's about, just say 3,500 wood and about 600 stone, plus your deployables, which was doors, locks, and TC, which is another 2,700 wood. So you can get this up relatively cheap, and you're quite safe until you can afford the stone to do the upgrades, and then start putting your metal doors on. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and stone this up. Right, I've finished stoning this up, and now the cost, if you wanted to make it stone straight off the bat, I would say about 4,500 stone and about 900 wood, plus your deployables, TC, and doors, which was another 2,700 wood. So as it stands at the moment, even with wooden doors, people will have to blow through a stone wall to get into your base. Simple as that. Even most people struggle at the start of a wipe. You know, you've got to get your furnace down. You're trying to get your low-grade fuel so you can get a furnace, and then you can start making some metal and get your metal doors on. Everyone has that struggle, especially if you're a solo on a vanilla server. But this defeats that. You don't have to rush to get that metal door down now, because you're protected by a stone wall. So it's oh, I missed the wall. I missed the stone floor. That's fine. So that is what we are looking at now, guys. Great design. Now what I'll do is I'll show you what I would do next. So obviously next is I'd go for metal doors. Simple as that. So what I'll do is pick all these up and put all metal doors down. Right, and there we have it. So what we would do next is I would go outside using the door trick to go outside, and I would come back round to, which is the side of your going to be loot room, and all you need to do is pop a triangle foundation down, a half wall, and a triangle floor. Then what you need to do is go back inside. Once you are back inside, there we go, you should be able to place a half floor like so, and stone that up. Then what I would do is I would pop a door frame on and stone that up, which will then let you put a double door down to protect your loot. And then you can pop a lock on there, like so, and there we have it. This is going to be your loot room. Now, while you have double doors, I would recommend putting a couple of large boxes, like, I don't know, stand on a campfire or something. Stand on a campfire here, it raises your height, and then you can just, you pop a couple of large boxes in there, like, do you know what I mean, and just use them temporarily. Use the two large boxes on the top, because you can't jump up there because the double door won't let you up there. But when you get garage doors, we can turn this loot room into a hell of a lot of storage, which I'm going to show you now. So to do this extra storage, what we would need to do is take the doors off. Oops, take the lock off. Boom. There we go. And what we need to make this loot room have so much storage is use barbecues and small boxes. And the way we do this is we pop 2 barbecues on the back wall, so the lid facing you, and you want to try and get them as close to you can in the middle. Okay, so like, rotate that round, like so. So 2 in the middle like that, and then what you do is you pop 2 small boxes underneath them, like that. And the good thing about this as well is you don't have to be the best at placing items, because it's plenty of space. It's easy to do. So then what we do is we get another barbecue, and we do it lid facing it, but these ones we put up against the walls on the right hand side, and here we go. Goes like so, and then we pop the little boxes underneath these, and then what we do is we pop them ones facing that way, like so, with a small box under there, and then we should get the last one here, like so, and we pop a small box under there. And that way we can come in here and we can access all of these, and that works out at just under about 5 large boxes worth of storage up here. And then what we can do is we can go and do the same down on the bottom. So you've got nearly 10 large boxes of storage in one loot room, which is very good. So I'll just go ahead and quickly do this. I'll keep it in slow-mo again, just so you can just see the placement one more time. So like I said, you want the first 2 boxes pretty much in the middle. And pop some small boxes underneath. Then we want these ones placed over towards the walls, like so. And pop your smalls under them. And then 2 more on the sides. Small one under there. What's going on here? There we go. And one more over here. Like I said, I'm not even trying to place them properly. And there we have it. You've got nearly 10 loot boxes, large boxes worth of storage. Very easy. And then what we would do is pop a garage door on there. And there we go. I mean, you could put it on either way. I mean, if you put it on this way, people might be able to tell it's a loot room, but they're probably going to guess it's a loot room anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's fine. Or you can put it roller side out and you won't see that shelf. That's no biggie. Next up is this side of the base. So what I do then is, the reason why I put the TC there is for, well, 2 reasons really. One, I wanted to make this a giant storage loot room. Plus, if someone's going to raid this base, they're probably going to try and hit this square first. Assuming TC and loot will be in here. So if they do raid into this one, they're not going to find the TC, which is good. Plus, if they raid down through the roof, they're only going to get the top half of your loot room. So I would recommend putting your best loot in the bottom section of your loot room. Right, so if I carry on with the rest of this, you can fit a level 1 workbench in there, and then we can put 2 furnaces in here. Pop 2 furnaces there. Then what I do is I pop my sleeping bag down here like so, and I will pop a campfire down there like so. And there we have it. Very compact. It's got everything you need to start out with, and until you can afford to expand this base, which I'm going to show you in a minute. and then when you expand this base, you have a lot more space around the outside to put other things like repair benches and stuff like that. So there we have it. Let's move on to the expansion. Okay, so to start this expansion of this 2x1, what we do is we go outside, and as you can see, obviously the reason why I put 2 doors on this airlock isn't just because it's good to have access from 2 sides if you're being chased by someone or you're shot and you're weak. It's also to access the expansion part of this base. Now the expansion part of this base is actually acting as honeycomb as well at the same time, so it serves 2 purposes: an expansion for extra space and honeycomb. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do that now. So what we do is we come off of this side of the airlock with a square foundation, followed by a triangle and another square. It's going to be the same on the other side of the base, so I'll show you what we do. So following on from that, what we do is we do triangle foundations all the way across the back, followed by another square, and another triangle, another square, and then we join this triangle onto there. Then what I do is I put one more triangle foundation in front of the roof, and your floor plan should look something like this. So there we have it. That's what your floor plan should look like. So you got your 4 squares on the sides with the rest triangles and the 1 triangle at the front. And what we're going to do then is quickly go and wall and roof all this up and stone it up, and then I will show you what else to do. Right, and there we have it. That is our expansion honeycomb for the outside. Then what I would go and do is I would go outside, climb onto the roof, as you would to go up, and then I would quickly put some half walls down to honeycomb your 2x1 section. And there's 2 reasons for this. Obviously you want to make your roof a lot stronger, and it hides the fact that there's a roof there as well, so it serves 2 purposes. So I'd go ahead and sheet metal that up. Metal your roof, and then go ahead and stone this up. And go ahead and seal that up. And as you can see, you can't see the roof anymore, and your roof is now extra protected. And so what we do now is when we come into the base, you've got one side to go into your core and one side to go into your expansion / honeycomb. So what you can do now is you can go ahead and put, I mean, you could garage door every single one of these if you really wanted to, or you can just do little sections, or feel free to do whatever you want. You could put, I don't know, windows with bulletproof glass in them. Totally up to you what you want to do with this section. Feel free to be creative. For me, it's not really a big deal. I would probably just garage door it up, stuff like that. But there is this section here. Now I wanted to highlight this section here because what I would do with this section is one of 2 things, depending on if you have bulletproof glass and metal embrasures. You can go ahead and pop a window here. Now if you pop a window there, you can then pop a large box in here, and then when you log off for the night you can go put a glass window on there and a metal embrasure, and that will and that will make it very strong to break through. You could go ahead and make this sheet metal, and there you go. That's going to make that box pretty well protected. So potentially a raider's going to come through into your core, most likely, and they might not even know that you have some really good loot stashed in that box there. So that's one option. If you don't have the bulletproof glass and metal embrasure, that's fine. What we can go ahead and do is either put double doors or a garage door, and we can put a door frame here. We could go ahead and sheet metal that up. The good thing is, if you do the door method, you can also go into this section and pop 3 small boxes here. Whether you can do the barbecue and small box, I don't know. All I know is that you have to be quite tight with the placement. I believe I have messed this up once before. Let's hope I've done it correct this time. Yeah, there you go. So I fit 3 small boxes in there, a little bit of extra storage, and then we can go and put a garage door here or a double door. There you are. Pop your garage door on there, and there you go. You've got your extra little hidden loot storage. Now, one more thing I want to go through quickly before I wrap this up is, once you've honeycombed the outside of your base, you want to go ahead and make your core metal, which makes perfect sense. It makes it stronger. They can't tell it's metal from the outside, which is another good thing. But there is one problem, that when you upgrade your core to sheet metal, there is one problem. And that problem is when we do this wall here and this roof here, we then close the doors, and now our door trick doesn't work, because the roof is now thinner because it's sheet metal. So the way around this is we have to make this high quality armor. Once we make that high quality armor, we can't get back through. So the raiders then still have that problem that we did from the very start. So that is just one important thing to note when you make that upgrade. Also, one other thing I would go ahead and do is I'd make these sheet metal as well. You don't want them to be able to blow the stone and then the armoured roof disappear. Right, and before I wrap this video up, I'll just show you a quick cost of what it takes to honeycomb and steel up your core of this base. So the cost would take you to about, say, 2,500 metal frags, about 3,000 wood, and about 12,000 stone, and only 25 high qual, which is for this one roof here, which is very good in my opinion, especially for the storage and the space that you've got. We'll just do a quick check on the upkeep. Obviously, on top of that cost that I just told you, there are consumables, so it will cost you extra for doors, things like TCs and all your boxes and everything, which is totally understandable. Now, your upkeep is very low. This is such a cheap upkeep base, it's unbelievable. So you're talking like 560 metal frags, just under 2k stone, 4 high qual, and about 43 wood for every 24 hours. That is amazing. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really like this one. This is my OP expandable 2x1 base design. It's great. It's got great storage. It's cheap. It's expandable. I love it. I will be looking to make a V2 version of this base. Obviously, when I've tested it on some servers, I will probably try and iron out some of the creases. If there's anything I've done wrong, or you guys know of anything that I can do better, please just comment, let me know. I'll be happy to try and add your suggestions into the V2. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys later.
gotta feel it, gotta feel it, patient, my foot, gotta feel